Hey, what's up, you guys? Last night was the People versus O.J. Simpson American Crime Story, episode 6. We're going to review it right now. Alright, so in the episode, we start off in a courtroom where Marcia is in a different courtroom instead of the one she was supposed to be in. Apparently, she and her ex-husband Gordon try to get custody of her kids, but she's not going to allow that. Um, so they argue, and during the whole entire episode, Marsha is thinking that she's getting fucked over by her ex-husband, but that's not going to happen. And Marsha, she, I don't know, people were like calling her like a devil and her with her curly hair or something like that. I don't know. But so she, I know I'm jumping ahead, um, because in the episode she gets a haircut and everybody's like, "What the fuck?" And so her boss calls her in, and apparently there's a magazine or a newspaper with a picture of her, um, naked, naked, laying on down the beach, and apparently she's divorced twice because in the episode she said that she was married before Gordon, so. And she also said in the courtroom that she worked 70 hours a week and that Johnny Cochran has no clue on how that works. Like, he doesn't know how it feels to work 70 hours and to provide a family. So, oh, she doesn't really get to see her kids. That's why she got a babysitter. And her ex-husband is trying to get custody of them. But, it's not gonna happen because I don't even know what Gordon does for a job other than trying to get custody of the kids. And Chris, last night my brother asked me if I shipped Marsha and Chris. I do ship them. I feel like they're gonna end up together in an episode. When she got the haircut, he wrote down on a notepad. It looks fantastic. I love it. Then the whole entire magazine situation happened with the picture. Um, then this. Okay, now I'm going kind of back to the beginning in the middle. Is it the detective up on the stand, and he asked him some questions, and apparently the detective took some evidence from the crime scene and took them home, and I guess he brought them back. I guess I don't know. All I know is that he took some evidence, brought it home, and he's a detective from 18 years, and he was on the police force for 28. Then there's a another detective that went up on the stand, but that happens like way later on in the episode. Bill, one of the counsel defending O.J. Simpson, he asked the detective, "Have you ever called an African American that word?" And he's declined it. He declined every single thing, and what I believe in, because you can't lie in court. So, and Marsha is calling out on Bill's bullshit of being a lying piece of shit because he got really drunk. So, in the courtroom, I think he was drunk too. Also, um, um, one of the evidence deals with the gloves for evidence, and apparently those were not the gloves in the crime scene. So that's where Marsha called out on Bill's bullshit of lying because the gloves weren't. Those gloves were not part of the evidence. Wrong type of gloves. And O.J. Simpson. They go back to the L.A. County Jail where he is in the TV show. Saying to Bob and Johnny and Bill that he wants to be known in advance on what they're planning next on to prove he is innocent. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure. Don't worry, OG. No, you're the juice. We got you back. So, and I realized that in the past episodes, except for 1, 2, and I think 3, and maybe a little bit of 4, David Schwimmer, he plays Rob Kardashian, and he doesn't say he. I mean, he's there, but he didn't say anything in the past episodes. Kind of sad about that. Same with OJ. In the last 2 episodes, I don't think he didn't say a word. I think he was just there. So, I don't know what that's about. I mean, it's called The People vs. O.J. Simpson American Crime Story, so I'm pretty sure that he's supposed to be able to talk in some episode. I mean, like, in every single episode, because it's all about him. So, and speaking of O.J. Simpson, well, let's wrap up the. Let's wrap up the review of what we learned from it. Gordon, Marsha's ex-husband, and the other guy, total douchebags. Marsha, I think she's fantastic. I think I ship with her and Chris. And Bill's a douchebag on drunk, and they had two detectives up on the stand. Oh, and one Spanish lady, I think her name was either Miss or Mrs. Lopez. She said that she only says the things that Johnny says to her, or yeah, only Johnny. And Marsha's like, nah, where were you at the crime scene, or where, what time, where did you see it? 10 or 10:15? And she says, I don't know, and Marsha says, that's good enough for me. Alright, that's the whole entire episode. I just reviewed it. No, let's get back to what I was saying about O.J. Simpson. Apparently, right now and this time, they found a knife that could jeopardize his parole. So, yeah, apparently somebody found a knife that could be part of the murder of Nicole O. Simpson and her friend, I forget his name. I know he's important into the case, I just don't remember his name. It's like, I'll think about it. I'll think of it later. I'm sorry if I forgot his name. I know it's real important, but I'm super tired. I didn't get enough sleep last night. I was up until 1:30. I just couldn't sleep. Alright, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting these reviews on The People versus O.J. Simpson America crime story. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and you follow me on Twitter and on Twitch in the links description down below. And you can check out my newest video game video, Stardew Valley. I just started playing it yesterday. Alright, I'm gonna go. Bye guys.